that I looked into it. I want to come clean to him. Really. Not yet. Oh, that's killing me. That is genuinely killing me. That's killing my conscience. I lead Klace into their hotel room, ready to have another chat. Our dance on New Year's Eve was pretty special, but I'm torn. The guilt inside of me is growing, and I'm not sure what to do. It's clear that he's going through a tough time, an extremely tough time. Whatever happened in his vision has him contemplating his death. And unfortunately, it seems like he's considering doing it himself. Maybe I didn't need to tell him what I did. With my unique knowledge, I could just be a good friend. That's what I should do, right? Just leave it behind in 2041. I could make up for it without him even knowing. I could save him with my kindness,
Wow,
as it were.
look at that view.
I want to see it as well more. I want to see more of it. But to be honest, the current view is nice. I do want to go to a hotel of this kind one day. Like, holy hell, the big glass. Oh, I would freaking love to go there with partner. That would be so freaking awesome.
You know, I used to stay
I
in a
forgot to
lot of
read it,
hotel
didn't I?
rooms, but they'd
Yes, I
always
did.
close the curtains so
Yes,
no
I
one could see
did.
inside.
Oh, I see.
For my safety, just like everything else they always do. I
Your
usually don't
hotel
much sword play, that's for
boat
sure.
doesn't count.
Because it means I
Meh.
never got to see stuff like this.
Boat hotel is, it's nice, but it has a lot of issues, you know? If you're on a boat hotel, most of the time they will have a really bad quality bathroom, and it's because they have to save space, you know? There is not really a lot of space on the boat.
I bet a lot of people
The
take it for
boat
granted.
hotel.
This whole idle world can really rob you of joy. Or at least, the ability to appreciate the little things in life.
Klace IRL said that almost all of the places are built as replicas of in real life locations, so maybe this exact room exists. Oh, it most likely does. I do not argue with that. This room does most likely exist. And not necessarily only this one, I just generalize because I just want to be in this sort of room, like really high up. Really freaking high up hotel, freaking with huge windows. Ah, oh, that would be such a dream thing.
Have you ever felt lucky that you could go into a mall? Probably not, but maybe that gives you some perspective.
It does. You did talk about it, how you cannot go to malls. True, I'm sure that an idol is needed to sacrifice a lot. But as I learn more about it, I feel so bad for him. In Prague, I had a room like this. Oh, where was it exactly? Was it in the... was it in New Prague or the old Prague? You know, the old city, the old town, or the new town? Or was it somewhere on the downtown places? 8th floor, like 200 meters above the ground, and basically the entire wall was a window. That is quite nice, but also that is not necessarily what I mean by high building. I guess I expect something even higher, you know? Something like, I don't know, 20th floor, something like that. 20th floor, super high. Just to give you a little bit of a thrill. And I'm not only that, but his first taste of it will probably be his last. After his hiatus, he has the next 10 years of his life planned out. He's giving away his entire youth to experience what we all take for granted.
Anyway, I guess there are more important matters at hand.
Kind of, yeah. He turns to face me, breaking the side of his distraction.
It's nice to see so many people feeding the zeros out there. I feel bad that we can't help out, but it makes sense for now.
It is incredible. I'm really glad they are helping out.
Gotta keep my public image in mind, too. Don't want to go out there and openly defy Argus.
Okay, you can say that my reasoning right here is dumb, idiotic, utterly pompous, and not fitting. However, I think if an opposite would happen, right? I think if Klace went out to feed people, more people would get inspired to, help other zeros. More people would be aware of that. More people would be happy to freaking help them. And more people would defy Argus because of that. They wouldn't care that, hey, it's that freaking idol guy thing. Klace, come on. Let's freaking let's do bad things because he's supporting the zeros. No, they would do the opposite. And because we would overthrow Argus most likely, the Argus thing wouldn't matter. Literally, it's like you can defy Argus, but at the end of the day, nobody will care for that. That is really important. The hotel was called Olsanka, but the A had a triangle facing upwards above it. Oh, Olshanka. Olshanka. It's, you have to emphasize the A, weirdly enough. He starts pacing around the room, like the thoughts are frightening.
But people died.
People did die, because we didn't do anything.
Argus just stood there and watched it happen.
We also did. We went into a freaking restaurant. The moment we could have helped. The moment we could have stopped the freaking dominoes. The S, not the A. Olshanka, then. Olshanka. Just to be clear.
You say that there's an agent.
That is an interesting name. I do not know what it means. That is interesting. It's not gonna happen, Klace.
Are you sure about that, though?
Yeah, me and Isaac have a new theory.
A theory?
Huh?
How is a theory gonna help us out here?
It's about that new technology Argus is making.
What technology is that?
Nostalgia technology. The ability to revisit past memories.
I see.
There is a chance that everything we will do will be observed in future.
Everything?
Everything. Even the dirty snuggles. Even the most dirtiest of snuggles. The okay? The freaking snuggle. The best snuggle. Yeah, perhaps they are even doing it right now.
But from the future?
Yes. I know it sounds weird, but it works in our favor.
How exactly?
We can send a message to the future. One that Argus can't intercept.
And what kind of message would that be?
Evidence and testimony, especially from our visit to their HQ.
Oh, I see what you mean. A memory can't be forged or modified.
You would be surprised about that. Exactly. If we live in the future, our lives become like a time capsule.
Huh?
After taking the tram a few times, I think it was named after the part of the city, cause like 3 stations were called similar. Okay, I see.
You know, my old manager used to tell me that. We even talked about performances in VR.
Holy hell, please,
The
yes.
theory's kind of similar, isn't it?
Similar how? I want to get a VR headset at one point, to be honest. I don't know which one. I think the one I will most likely go for is Index. Steam Index.
Well, all I'd have to do is record one performance. They could
Yeah,
set it up to loop for the rest of eternity if they wanted.
I guess so.
Anyone could immerse themselves in that world and watch it happen.
Oh, it's starting to make sense.
So if we ever did that, I'd be living for the future, capturing one moment in time meant to be viewed later on.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm no stranger to the flash of a camera. I just hope that they don't abuse this technology. It really
Oh,
blurs the lines between right and wrong.
gray area after all. That's true, yeah. I don't elaborate on the theory in an attempt to avoid the scary parts. It's clear that Argus wants to use this to invade our lives even more. True, but we can use this technology against Argus.
Really?
Yes, as soon as it comes to fruition, we can show the world our memories.
So we basically script our lives in a way that antagonizes Argus.
Yes,
If they really are bad, then that shouldn't be a problem.
simple as.
Especially if we're going to be in the heart of their HQ.
He's catching on.
It's pretty cool when you think about it. You know, I've gotten used to having eyes on me at all times. It might be nice for people to see things from my perspective for once.
Yeah, that is actually something I wish for sometimes, you know? People seeing things from different perspective.
Hopefully they don't think our dance was too cheesy.
But the glitches were able to force decision upon us. Ah, that's the thing about the glitches. Right? There is no glitches in Komorebi. There is no glitches in Komorebi. They do not force you to speak whatever you do not want to speak. And they don't force you to do things you do not want to do in your clear conscience. They do not make you see things. They do not tease you. You know? The glitches are your friend because they do not exist. Please do not resist. Argus, our future, your way. He laughs and smiles at me.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, by the way?
Oh, there's so much I want to talk about with him. But I can't talk about it, or else he would figure out what I did to him. I mean, I feel like he already knows. He must already know, right? I was the only one who could have entered the room during the time frame. Not time fair. And not only that, but I doubt I put the business card back in the right place. Taylor even told me that he started locking his door after that happened. Then why is he talking to me right now? Why is he so friendly and open to this outlandish theory of mine? Part of me wonders if it was intentional, like a cry for help. Maybe he wanted someone to read his diary. No, that couldn't be it. I realize he's staring at me, awaiting a response. After shaking my head, I apologize for losing my train of
No
thoughts.
worries, happens all the time.
The train goes choo-choo. What were we talking about? I simply say the first thing that comes to my mind. I wanted to learn more about you, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I actually want to know you more as a person and not as an idol. Yeah, your life seems like it's really interesting.
From the outside, I'm sure it does. But I assure you, it's pretty sad and boring.
Wanna put that to the test?
Hmm.
He smiles again.
Sure, why not?
Hell yeah.
After this hiatus, I'll need permission for everything. Might as well capitalize on my one taste of freedom, right?
I
And
see.
if other people listen in on this one day, well, even better. I can open up to everybody while only opening up to you.
That is actually a nice way of looking
Call
at
that
it.
a win-win, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would say so. He sits down on the edge of the bed and scoffs.
You have any idea how weird you sound, though? I mean, people spying on us from the future?
Well, let me tell you, I'm spying on you from past. I am literally in the past. Just a reminder, we all will become furries at one point. Do not fight it.
If Komorebi wasn't real, I probably wouldn't believe you. But my life proves firsthand that the past and future can interact.
It's 100% not just a preference, you know? It is bound to happen. Everyone will become one. You cannot have a preference that is not allowed in 2023, you know? Ugh. Jokes aside, yeah. People can like whatever they want. And it's fictional world as well. Exactly. The world that will be overtaken by a corporation called Argus, or perhaps something else. Still, very important part of life, preferences. We need to be able to accept other people's preferences. I find it odd that I came up with the theory, the only person in the group who didn't experience a vision. At least during unique situation worked out in my favor here.
No, this is kind of like writing in my diary. But instead of recording stuff on paper, we're using our minds. At least with this, I know other people are going to be seeing it.
Why did diary come up? Why did you do this? I'm not sure how to take that statement. I choose not to ask for clarification.
Well, what did you want to know? After New Year's Eve, I'd trust you with anything.
If the new report was about 100 years of vision and it's 2041-2042, that are sus years. We are almost at war. Very interesting. True, considering what's happening in the world right now, but we're gonna omit that because stream. Sitting down beside him, I think of what I should ask. I can't be too invasive, as I'm pretty sure some topics are off limits, especially his visions. His family seems like a touchy subject too, though. Apparently, his manager was the closest thing he had to something normal. And he mentions he had people up in the stars watching him live his life. It's odd. No matter what, I find myself circling back to his career as a pop idol. Even though I was aching to ask about other matters, I didn't know how to go about them. I wonder if that's how he felt. No matter what, he would always circle back as well. Perhaps he wanted to talk about the things that were bothering him. I'm reminded of the visit to my counselor, that things I wanted to say but couldn't. Sometimes we have no choice but to wear a mask and deflect tough conversations. I noticed the bed shaking slightly. In his position at the edge, he's kicking his feet back and forth. His heels hit the frame in a steady rhythm. Thud, thud, thud. It's like the ticking of the clock reverberating through my body. Each time his foot strikes the bed marks a second that passes without words, like we both share the same knowledge, yet refuse to admit it to one another. Instead, we enjoy the silence of the world, where his secrets haven't come to light, as alluring as the pall, as alluring as the pall of ignorance can be. However, we need to move forward. Nobody ever gets anywhere notable by hiding from the difficult truth in life. What's your earliest memory? What was it like training to become idol? If you weren't an idol, what would you be? I'm actually curious about the last one the most. What should we choose, guys? You have a choice here. Because all seem neutral and they don't seem to do much. What's the choice? Choose, choose, choose. One, two, three, one, two, three. Ah, wah, 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 wah. Simple as. Er, er. Where do I make it? Oh, here it is. Here's the thing I wanted to use. Huh? It's not here? What the hell? Why you do this to me? Hell. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. I want to make a freaking poll. What the hell? I cannot make polls. Wow. It doesn't allow me to make polls. That's rude. I think three. Okay, what's the other choices? Come on. I will wait a little bit more. For once. Oh boy. I will smash the sun, thank you very much, but soon, not yet. Still waiting for more votes. Again, one is not enough, so I will choose according to me if there won't be more voices. Genuinely. Smash, not eat. No, we're gonna smash the sun. And smash Klace. Yes, we will smash Klace, most likely, at one point. Yeah, I cannot activate the thingy. What the hell? Why did you do this to me? I had the polling thing ready and it's gone for some reason. Dang it. So frustrating, actually. So yeah, still, what we doing? What we picking? Jupiter, vote, please. Don't do this to me. Please vote. Anybody. I will freaking save if that's necessary as well. I think one-shot streams are gone for now. Not sure to be honest. I do have VOD saved on my hard drive. Not sure about posting them, however. I will look into it more later. I need vote. I need voting or something. Anything, please. Don't bully me like that without votes. What is your plan after Komorebi? That is actually a good question. I do not have any plan after Komorebi. I will just wing it. I will genuinely just wing it. I will do my best to wing it as well. I cannot stream Ad Astra. I cannot stream minor and major. Okay,
Lost,
no
honestly.
votes. Moving on. More VNs? Not likely. Reggie either had to save the character we are playing or save the world, and he chose to doom the world by smashing the sun despite Astra trying everything to convince him otherwise for 15 minutes. He didn't really try to convince me. We were having a back and forth for most part, and smashing the sun would save the character. He laughs like it's a joke, but he's clearly telling the truth.
I just got lucky. My vision was like a perfect roadmap. Not many people get a luxury like that in a world like this.
That's true, I guess.
Finding certainty in all of this uncertainty? Isn't that all we could ever really ask for?
I want the certainties. You can try a lot of things, but my mind is smooth. In fact, it's as smooth as it gets. Your logic and facts just bounce off of it, and they slide off, right off. Thud, thud, thud.
Yet, given that, here we are. Still as lost and clueless as we would have been otherwise.
I ended up picking saving the character over saving the world, aka smashing the sun. Because if you smash the sun, you save the character. Which was important for me. Very important for me. And to this day, I won't freaking forget you, Nico. I will freaking cry for you every single freaking day. I want Nico to be back.
For me, it's due to my vision. For you, it's your lack of one.
I mean, yeah, we did brought them back, true. And you can be mad about it as long as you want. Literally. I will actually make fun of it at one point.
Kinda makes you think, doesn't it?
The cleanliness.
Vision or
Thud.
not, we're just people. And maybe, because of that, we have a price to pay.
Maybe. Thud. Thud. Thud.
It's funny how flawed we all really are. Yet, we try so hard to cover it up.
What? People try to cover this up? I guess so. What? Why would you try to cover up the perfect... Nobody is perfect. Everyone knows that. Why cover that up? And then Reggie claimed that Astra as the only vote would not be enough for democracy. Exactly! One vote is not enough. If sheep didn't... Okay, if sheep didn't vote and only wolf voted to eat all the sheep, does his vote still matter? Or does the amount of people that not voted at this point? Just saying, I do not think that sheep would be really happy of being eaten by the wolf, you know? And him having the only vote.
Burden ourselves with the pursuit of purpose.
Basically terminating the
Fail to see
vote
that
and
pursuit itself can
moving
be a
on.
purpose.
Exactly, that's the point. I am the Senate. No, I am the Senate. Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, aka whatever your name was on the good side for a little bit. If she sheep voluntarily didn't vote.
Eventually, most people find that purpose in somebody else. They fall in love, settle down, and let time get the better of them.
Or actually, should I go with the good old what you call it? What was Pinkman and Mr. White in? Freaking Breaking Bad, right? I am the one who knocks. I cannot do the weird voices, and that actually hurt my throat. Ouch. Oh wow, my freaking throat hurts now. Still, I am the one who knocks. And I am the one who's gonna break your kneecaps. Not today, not tomorrow. One day. Maybe in the past. Maybe I already did that. How do you know I didn't do that? If I knew you would need more, I would have used my excuse me? Huh? That's rude. That is incredibly rude to use alternative accounts. Ah,
In order to love
corruption.
somebody, you have
That's a
to
lot of
accept that you'll lose them
corruption.
too.
That's a corrupted world we would live in. Todd.
I was never any good at that part.
I see.
So sometimes it feels easier to just push that all aside. I'd rather find purpose in myself instead of somebody else.
That is something.
At least, that's what I used to think. This hiatus has started to challenge all of my views. It made me feel things I thought I'd be too scared to feel.
Well, that's why you should enjoy it as much as possible, because you can do something you cannot do otherwise.
And I think that's
Hell, you can even have a lover, despite
be at odds with the
most
world
likely
and
contract
ourselves.
saying you cannot have them.
Because you know what? Anything else is just boring.
No more thuds. He seems calm and collected now. He's definitely gone off on a tangent, changing the topic almost at random. Ah, Klace, you poor thing. I'm so sorry for you and the way the contract has to influence you. Like, he doesn't deserve being treated like that. Like, I understand being an idol and all, and he's pretty much a product at this point, you know? May I introduce you to Jupiter Fox 2006, 2007, Jupiter Fox 2008, and 2009. Would have never guessed that, right? Right. 100% wouldn't guess that. But I can tell he was doing it out of anxiety, and anxiety that has now dissipated. Actually, it was nice to hear him talk about his views on life. It's incredible how much better I know him than I did just yesterday. It really does feel like the new year is a new beginning for everyone, or everything rather. If I know anything about Klace, I know he's second away from circling back to the idle life once again. One more thought, but this time it's from Klace standing up.
Do you think that's enough for now?
Maybe. Ah, okay, I don't have a choice. I nod. I'm not gonna push him to talk any more than he wants to. It's weird though. I really thought I knew he would say what he would say next.
I thought it'd be harder to open up like that. But I guess the circumstances are pretty unique.
Why so? How are they that unique? I'm happy that you're opened up like that. I'm here for you.
Thanks, Delta. It means a lot.
Aww. Come on, Clay. So all will be freaking good.
Let's leave the rest for next time, alright? I'd rather not make this feel like a final chat.
It's 20th. It's 20th of June, 20th of the July, 20th of August, and 20th of September, not years. Oh my god, that's confusing actually. I would not expect that.
So let's push through it and pick this up on a new day.
And yeah, let's freaking do that. Freaking carpe diem. Sounds good to me.
Perfect.
Ah, he's happy finally. It's a grim agreement, even if it doesn't seem that way. But I have no reason to believe we're in a grave danger. You would survive, and I would learn even more about my friend. Perhaps I would learn more what's really going on. When it comes to his story, I can tell I've barely scratched the surface. Of course, I only know this because of what I did with his diary. Maybe I'm projecting more importance onto him than I should be. I mean, all of my friends have secrets. Even I have my own fair share. My inside knowledge shouldn't dictate my attitude towards him, should it? I don't know. If he really is going through something as bad as I think, then he needs a friend by his side. Whether he admits it or not. Good job, Delta. You're trying to justify your terrible actions.
Wanna get back outside? I'm sure our friends are tired of waiting.
Yeah, I bet they are. I nod. I didn't quite get the information I was looking for, but I feel like our bond is getting stronger and stronger, and if I wanted to help him, then that's what I needed to focus on. After all, I shouldn't approach a friendship with ulterior motives. If I wanted to make progress, I would have to go about it naturally. And that applies to everything. not just matters with Klace. So, until next time, I'm really glad Klace opened up like that, all things considered. That is incredible. That is so